Whenever want to know it, my name is SlackLizard, and welcome back to Let's Play Bedrock, where in the last episode of Let's Play Bedrock, we were working on building up our staircase on the side of, I guess you would call this our mountainside base here, that is leading down to our fishing cabin, which we built in the last episode, where we also had a creeper decide to give us a minor heart attack, and we are completely floating in air there because that's how Minecraft physics work. Today on Let's Play Bedrock, one of the first things that I want to do is do a little bit of combining up of enchantments. Through our fishing adventures here recently, we have gotten a Protection 4 book, 2 Protection 3 books, and we have a few bows that we could combine up to improve our current bow, which at this point is just a flame unbreaking 3 bow with absolutely no infinity on it. And I don't know about you, I am team infinity. I do not believe mending belongs on a bow at all. It is just no. Mending is not needed on a bow. I remember there was a time when mending and infinity could be on a bow. That was a good time. But if you're going to make me choose between mending and infinity, I am going to choose infinity every time. If you're choosing mending, I'm going to say you're doing it wrong. I'm sorry. I said it. It is what it is. So, in order to get things started here, let's grab our Unbreaking Flame Bow. And wow, that's going to take 14 of our levels there. What if we did that in reverse? What if we did it that way? That way it's only going to take 12 levels. And if we did it this way, we have flame. No, that's no unbreaking. We definitely need the unbreaking on there. So we're going to accept that so that we can have a bow. Power 4, infinity, unbreaking. And if we wanted to add the other level of power, that's 4 levels. Well, guess what? We now have a bow that is more or less completed. And if we wanted to do that, no way that we can do that at this moment in time. And there's probably no way that we can afford to even do any of that. Right. So these books here, we're just going to store these things up right there, which is actually going to lead us to pretty much our next problem that we're going to be dealing with today. XP. We've been on this world for 100 plus days now. Everything's been a slow grind. I've been avoiding making any kind of manual farm or any kind of automated farms up until this point. And today I think we're going to dip our toes into our first semi-automated farm, I guess is the best way to put it. We are going to need to find ourselves not a saddle here, though a saddle would probably not be a bad shout. What I am genuinely looking for is a boat, which I don't see anywhere at all. Now, out of curiosity, if I go up here and come up here to the top and look out, can I even see what it is I'm looking for? I'm pretty sure on one of the live streams that we've done here recently over on twitch.tv/SlackLizard, we found ourselves a zombie spawner. And my memory wants to say that it is right there in that cave, and it is really close to being on the surface, which means in the future, if we wanted to cure up some zombie villagers and bring back to our village, we could bring them via the river via boat. But I don't know where my boats are at this moment in time, and I'm not going to craft one up. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab our horse right here at this moment in time, and we're going to ride over there to see if that is where it is at, because honestly I cannot remember at this moment in time. Now, the fact that I'm going to be building up a zombie spawner today is more or less going to be, in my book, one of the first farms that we are going to be building. I'm going to call it a farm by definition because we're really going to be farming XP out of this thing. But I'm going to have to set myself a couple of rules and guidelines for this thing. This is not something that I can AFK at unlimitedly, because if I do that, then I'm just going to stack myself up hundreds of levels and be able to get myself in perfect gear. Now, will I be using a trident killer at this thing? More than likely. But I'm going to limit my time that I'm allowed to use this thing to either when I'm actively sitting here playing or only while I'm actively editing. That way, I'm limiting the amount of time that I'm actually at this thing, if we can even find where it is. That does not look like where it was. Huh. That is not quite what I expected. Maybe it was that cave? I think it might have been that cave, because I do remember there was a point where I had to, horse, your head is in the way, jump water. Maybe it was right there by that village. My memory wants to say it was in one of the more lush green biomes and not in an acacia biome. But I could be wrong. Okay, horsey, I need you to do a big jump. That wasn't what I'd call a big jump. Not at all, my dude. Right, up, over, and where is this cave? This looks really familiar. Look, I do not want you to get lost. I'm only going in here for just a minute. We were in all these caves because we were looking for surface coal and surface iron, and exploring any of the caves was making our life a little bit easier. Yes, there it is. There it is right there. Okay. So in order to get this thing situated out, we're going to need a few basic supplies. So let's head back to base and gather everything up. And it might be more ideal to bring back the donkey, which at this moment in time, it's looking like Donkey is actually going to be the name that has been voted for in the comment section for the donkey, which is absolutely hilarious. I haven't checked on the video where you all were supposed to vote on a name for the horse yet. And remember, if you have a suggestion and you want your name to be the one that potentially gets picked, you need to get people to thumbs up. Excuse me. Oh. Right. Yep. Excuse me. Get over there. Get over there. Get over there. You need to get people to thumbs up the comment, because the one with the most thumbs up is the one that we are going to pick for the name for the horse as well. I love seeing that come into view. We still need to do the back of the barn in the deep slate trim, which is part of the reason why we're going to be setting up an XP farm today, because mining deep slate without efficiency is very, very painful. And of course, we need a lot of deep slate for trim up there, completing up all of this, and a lot of the builds that we're going to be doing in what I'm going to deem this zone. We are going to be moving to other zones in the future. The other day, while traveling around, we went through a mangrove biome, and I so want to build some stuff inside of one of those. It's got such a dark, creepy vibe to it, and I've never done nothing in one of those yet, and I absolutely want to. So you stay there. And what we need to find is a trident, which we have one right there, which I thought we actually had more than one, because I know we've killed several drowned at this point in time. And I know we had more than just one trident. Very frustrating indeed. Now, early on in this series, I did venture into the nether. We haven't been back since, and I haven't done nothing with any of the quartz that we've acquired up until this point. But today we're going to be using a bit of it because I am going to need to make some observers. And I've had all of this stored up. Excuse me, can I get you to back up? Right in here. So let's grab a little bit of that. We might end up making or moving. I think we might end up making a secondary enchanting station. Don't really want to move that one. I do want to move it, but not all the way over there. I want to move it more up to potentially the barn, or maybe even down on the fishing dock. I think the fishing dock might be the better option there. But we are going to need to gather up some redstone here, which should be right here. And then we make ourselves a few observers. Let's go with 4 of those. We're going to need some regular piston, so let's grab some dark oak. We'll convert that over into planks. Of course, we need a bit of iron. Grab that. Let's make ourselves 4 of those. We're going to need a few redstone torches. Do that. There's that. Let's grab a hopper, which in order to make a hopper, we're going to need to make a chest. Then get our hopper. We're going to need a hopper minecart. We're going to need a couple of chests for storage. We're going to need a rail, which we should already have some rails around here. We're going to grab a powered rail. That way it will not move around on us. We're going to need a lever, yep, that's what I said, in order to shut the thing off, and a genuine another hopper. And I feel like that is about all the materials that we need to make a basic trident killer, with the exception of a couple of buckets of water. So we'll go ahead and chuck our quartz back up into there. We shouldn't have no need for any of that. We will take a stack of iron with us and some wood, just in case we're going to need it along the way. We have some torches to light the area up. Do we have the means to go ahead and make ourselves another enchanting table? We need 4 obsidian and a book. 1, 2, 3, 4 obsidian, and there is a book right there. There's another enchanting table now. We'll take those few diamonds with us. We're also going to need ourselves a grindstone to have over there, because if we get any bad enchants, we're just going to grind them back off. We need a stone slab here and a couple of sticks. There is that. And did we have any remaining bookshelves? We have 3. We have plenty of books though. We have lots of wood on us. It's 15. I think 15 is exactly the number that we need. Let's go ahead and grab up some lapis, a few more chests, and I think that is actually everything that we're going to need in order to build this thing. Good and good. Let's sleep the night away. We're going to need to take another bed over there as well. Give me the orange one. Oh, let's grab a lead. We're going to need to fill those up with water, and we need a couple of fence posts. We're going to take you, just in case I need to pull anything back. Ooh, I thought that was a big fall there for a second. No, go away. Go away. Oh, really? Really? Stop it. Don't make me turn around and shoot you. I have a lot better bow than you. Oh, no, no. We've got the donkey right now. Give me that. Give me that. Continue on. Now, one of the things that I actually love about this being further away and being on the surface is the fact that we do not have to stick with the current build palette that we got going on over there. And I don't think we're going to. I don't know what we're going to go with in the long run, but for today, our main goal is just to get this thing purely operational, which shouldn't be too much of a crazy task. Let's go ahead and drop that down there. You stay right there. And then we need to go in here and start digging this thing out. And one of the first things that I want to do is clear ourselves out a little bit of a workroom right over here to the side. Now, I want to try to put this far enough back that I'm not going to have to pick this up anytime soon. But knowing my luck, we'll put all this down and we'll be having to pick it back up within an hour. That's just how it goes. All right, let's get our crafting table down. Let's get a chest down. And let's just throw everything into there. Give me that back. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. And get rid of that. Give me back my... And now, one of the first things that we need to go in here and do is dig this room out. Now, I'm going to go with a classic, everyday run-of-the-mill spawner farm here. So we're just going to take this out 4 blocks on that side. Same with this. We're going to go out 4 blocks on this side. Same on this side. We're going to go out 4 over here and 4 over here. Dig this down 2 blocks and just open all this up here real quick. Now, for anybody that's curious, I'm recording this episode exactly after the last episode. So now it's 2 a.m. So there's no update on the surgery yet, the knee surgery. That is still going to be happening later today. I'm just trying to get ahead on stuff right now. And with the way that I'm doing this series, we're doing this of more of a slow let's play, which is allowing me to record these episodes in bursts like this, which I'm actually really loving. I think the surgery is going to go just perfectly fine with the knee replacement. She's really nervous over the whole thing, but it's something that needs to happen. The knuckle on her left knee, well, it's not her left knee actually, is it? Let me think. No, it's the right knee. But the knuckle on the left side of that knee is completely shot. But if your mother is anything like my mother, she is not going to be kept down at all. At all. I have a feeling that her surgery is going to be taking place really, really early in the morning. And we actually found out, depending on who the doctor is, And if she's able to get up and perform the exercises that are going to be needed to be performed, she could potentially get back out and get to go home that same day. And knowing her, as soon as she wakes up in recovery, she's going to be immediately trying to do those exercises. That is a strong-willed woman, and I think she's going to recover from it just fine. It's something that she's needed to have done for years now. That same leg she hurt many, many years ago when she was working at a public job that I won't say the name of, but that leg ended up getting hurt because she hurt her foot, and they had to go in and cut the tendons on the bottom of her foot. They had to go in and cut her Achilles tendon, and they had to cut some other tendon, I can't remember the name, on the bottom of her foot. But she spent about a year having to learn how to re-walk again, which, tough old cookie, handled it really, really good. So I don't think that this will be a problem at all. Just, she's nervous about the whole thing, but I think she's going to be perfectly fine. Now, as far as updates on the visa, we went and did the next part on the visa earlier this week as well. For many of you, you know, me and Jen recently just got married this year. She moved over here from the UK, and we've been on a more or less 4-year visa journey at this point in time. It's hard to believe that it's been 4 years now. But for anybody coming into the US legally, it is a very long and drawn out process. It's probably the same way the other way. I probably shouldn't have said it that way, but I think you all understand what I'm saying in that moment. It is a very long and drawn out process. There's nothing short about this process, but we've gotten up to the point now where we've just reached the biometrics point, which at this point, if everything goes good, after that, it should be just waiting on social security cards, work permits, travel papers, and then if everything goes good, it should be a straight up green card after that, or a green card interview. Don't know which we're going to get. So many people have to be interviewed, just like with a lot of things out there. It could just be, hey, guess what? All your paperwork's in order. Everything is good to go, which I hope everything's good to go, because we spent a lot of money on attorneys over the last few years to make sure that we've done this legally. It's been a small nightmare getting all this situated out. So hopefully within the next year or two, the green card will be situated out, and then we won't have to worry with that anymore. But yeah, just a minor update for all of y'all that have been following on any of those situations. That's where we're currently up to on that. And when I have any more news on any of those, I will update you all accordingly. But for now, wow, I've already pretty much dug out this room. It's time to continue on with this. Now, I'm going to have to waterlog one of these back walls. Or rather, flush water through here to push the zombies out. I think I want to take this down one additional block, because if I do this just too high, you could potentially get a zombie bobbing in the water and hanging up on that cage. And that by itself could be really, really annoying. So yeah, let's take this down one more layer real quick. That is the way we came in. So that is the way that we're going to flush all the zombies, is that way over there. Let's go ahead and keep torches in here at this moment in time so we don't have stuff spawning in this while we're doing all this. And let's find out. I'm gonna have to move all that storage that we just built. No, actually we're not gonna have to. That turned out to be really good there. And then from here, we're gonna go ahead and flush out this back wall here so that any zombies that end up spawning here will get completely pushed forward. This isn't a tutorial. This is just how I play Minecraft, okay? Also, that needs to go. Now, of course, from here, we want our zombies to get knocked down into this level here. Follow all the way over to this side over here where our trident killer is going to be waiting to eliminate them so that we can collect up all the nice XP. Which, all we need to do now is get another bucket of water. Drop that right there. Everything will get pushed over here. And right there, something feels wrong. What have I done wrong? 1, 2, 3, 4. What is going on here? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what I've done wrong here. We need to build back up this outer wall here. That's what I get for jabbering so much and not paying attention to what I'm doing. Because that should have dropped us down into that, which is a singular spot. Yep. Because we take this, we fill this all the way back in here. All the zombies from the water end up right there. The ones that spawn right there on that edge end up right here, which means we can drop them perfectly down into a 2x2 drop chute. Which we are getting closer and closer. I'm telling you, to having to move this chest. It's a good thing we haven't invested heavily in how this is all going to go yet. You fill you all the way in down to there. All right, now from here, let's dig this out a few more blocks underneath of here so that we can put in our trident killer. So everyday run-of-the-mill trident killer. Piston, observer, observer, piston, observer, piston in the right spot, please. Observer, and a piston. I feel like I just did something wrong. Don't think I have, but it just feels that way. Put you there, you there, you, and you. And if I turn you on, clicky clicky noises. Good. Drop all that into there. And let's grab you and put you right in there. Yep. Let's go ahead and shut that back off. And because I want to see that this thing is actually working, let's get ourselves a slab. We'll do this of the mossy variety just because we can. Good and good. Now let's go eliminate all the torches. Should be just as simple as that. Let's head all the way back down here real quick and see that we actually get zombies spawning while we're standing down here. There was a little bit of XP right there. Yep, I can hear them spawning. They should end up down here in the trident killer. It's gonna be slow, but it's a way to farm some XP. All right, we're slowly starting to get there. We're up to 26 levels, and I've now decided what I kind of want to do with this place. I want to kind of keep it rudimentary at this moment in time, but I want to keep it more or less like a cave, but we're going to have it more like an overgrown cave. We're not going to be able to do all of this today. I don't think anyways, because we're already quite a bit into this video, but I want to kind of get a rough design for how I want the template for this place to be. So we're just going to kind of knock everything out, get us a rough, crude path leading back out of here, and then we're going to decorate the area with cobblestone. We're eventually going to get some vines, we're going to get some leaves, and just kind of have it more or less just be overgrown. That's the general feel of what I want from this. Nothing too crazy, just a classic everyday run-of-the-mill cave. Please be 30. 30. Efficiency 3. You're doing it wrong, game. You're doing it wrong. I really feel like level 30 enchantment is wasted on efficiency 3. I mean, really. Alright, tip number 2. Unbreaking. Efficiency 4. That's not too bad, actually. What would it cost? Let's do 3 iron blocks. Make ourselves a quick anvil here. To combine you with you. 7 levels. We will take that. And out of curiosity, efficiency 4. Would it give me the same thing on another pick? You and you. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, 22 levels. No! The pain. The pain is real. One more time. Efficiency 4. Good deal. You. And you. 8 levels. Bada bing, bada boom. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Now, what I would like to do from here is grab this and grab a couple of those. And let's go see if we have any trees out here in this area. Also, did we bring our bed? We did. Is it nap 30 time? No. Let's take this with us because I have no clue what time it is out here. Hi. Could I interest you in going somewhere else? Don't you catch me on fire. These things will not last long. That's why we made multiple pairs. But I want some leaves to put inside this cave. Ugh, I really don't like how those are that color in here, but not much we can do about that until we get something just a wee bit better. I mean, it's pretty basic, but it works exactly like I need it to. It's a place where we can get XP. We now have a beautifully enchanted pickaxe, which will allow us to get some deep slate, which will allow us in return to move forward with our village over there. So, all in all, I think that worked out really, really good. I think that turned out to be a really good episode. That being that, I think that's where we're going to call this one an episode here. If you've enjoyed it, make sure to drop a like down below. If you'd like to see more, please consider subscribing. And on that note, I'll catch all of y'all in the next one. Goodbye, everybody.